For actually over 2 decades, appreciated my guest of honor. I always say that I love him like from a brother from another mother. That would be the inimitable Joe Harrison. And Joe, a lot of people, there's imitation. Imitation is a form of flattery, but in the computer category, there is nothing like what we are presenting now. And by the way, Joe's going to give you all the details. I just wanted to say hi real quick. But FixMeStick, okay, we can't protect your kids from viruses, right? We can't clean your house. But just like we were brushing our teeth with Dr. Jennifer Jablow, we brush our teeth every day, but ask yourself this question. Have you ever deep cleaned your computer? The answer is probably no, unless you've taken your computer to a computer expert, in which case they charge you about $100 for one use. FixMeStick does what your antivirus programming cannot. Now, it doesn't replace your antivirus programming. It's the analogy between brushing your teeth or the deep clean at the dentist. What is it? It removes all of that stuff and those keystrokes and that debris that is left behind, even if you are running antivirus programming. There is no other product like it in the world. And by the way, FixMeStick only does this for us. Normally, to get one computer for 1 year, it is the price of admission, $59.99. That is not what we're talking about. You are getting your FixMeStick Lifetime Gold for 6 computers. This is the last time that we're going to do this lifetime offer, but then you are also getting your StartMeStick. And your StartMeStick is for unlimited computers. Now, what is that? Do you have a computer with Windows ME? Do you have a computer with Windows XP? Do you have a computer that Microsoft doesn't even support with their operating system? This, like jump-starting your car, a dead battery, will start you up. So this is going to do it for $20. Oh, in fact, Joe, okay, what did I move? Because I left my notes. Correct me, keep me on track. Police me, Joe. Police me.
I got you.
Okay. So fill in the blanks.
Got it.
Okay.
You're right so far.
Oh, I am right so far.
You've got it. It is incredible, Shannon, because so many people are buying this and spending $59 every single year for it, and then the StartMeStick is an additional $59 a year. And the great thing about having these, it's really the 1-2 combination, the 1-2 punch. And you absolutely need to update your antivirus. You can keep your antivirus, but this is really a stronger solution. And the reason why, your antivirus only scans the active files, about 10% of your hard drive. This is the only product of its kind that scans 100% of the files. Every document, every folder, every song, every video, everything that's on your computer. And it is so crucial because there are now even countries that are planning attacks against our country and our computers. We heard about it where the Russians are going to start attacking cyber attacks and how frequent that stuff is happening. And what they're trying to do is not only take over your system, but steal your identity. And it only takes about 4 seconds for that to happen. So if you're running antivirus, like Shannon mentioned, that's like brushing your teeth. It is a great first step. However, when you run FixMeStick, it is like going to the dentist for that deep clean. 100% of the files are going to be scanned, but here's the catch. Not 1 time, not 2 times, 3 times, because there is a triple scanner that is built into this. And all you have to do is you insert this into your USB port. As soon as you insert that into the USB port, FixMeStick will start taking over. It's going to see every file, and then what it's going to do is it's going to run it through that first scanner. If it's clean, it lets it back to the computer. If it's, then it'll run through the second one, then run through the third one. But the reason why you have to have this plugged in is because it's physically removing viruses off of your computer and not letting them sit on your computer in a bubble where another virus can then open up those bubbles, and now those viruses run free again. This really is a must-have to have on your system, especially this time of year. This is one of the #1 attacks of viruses that are out there, because this is when we're doing our taxes. There are viruses that are designed to steal your identity, steal your credit card, steal your social, and you think about, oh yeah, I did my taxes on my computer. How much of your personal information is out there that now a virus has access to? And to show you how simple it is, step 1, you plug it into your computer. Step 2, you double-click run FixMeStick. Step 3, you come back and see the long list of viruses that your antivirus missed, but now FixMeStick has removed them from your computer. And the last thing, Shannon, we have a little adapter, because this is good for any computer that has a USB port. So pretty much any computer up to 15 years old. All of them use the standard USB. But a lot of new computers have a smaller USB. So there's a little adapter. Shannon's got it right there on the set. So what you do is you put the adapter on the end of the stick and then you plug that in. And it's not only good just for PCs, it's also good for Macs. A lot of people think, oh, I've got a Mac, I have to worry about viruses. You absolutely can get a virus. So Shannon, it works with the old USB, works with the newest USB, and any computer up to 15 years old to make sure your computer is clean and safe so you can have a good time using your PC.
Absolutely. And Joe, you know we have our unconditional 30-day return policy, but I almost defy people to not like this. And here's the one thing that I'll pose to you. Do you think you need a new computer? Is your old computer running a little slow? Is your old computer just, you know, there's something that's like, you know, getting a little bogged down? Are you getting a lot of pop-ups? It's like, now, how in the world did they know I was shopping for shoes, you know, here when I'm buying groceries on this other app? You plug it in. This is easier than any diet. It's easier than any fitness regimen. You literally plug it in. You let it do its thing. And the scary thing about this is, first of all, if you're using a computer, you need this. That's number one. And then number two, when I started by asking, have you ever deep cleaned your computer? Well, unless you have physically taken it to a store and left your computer there, you have not done that. Now remember, it does not replace your antivirus programming. Because that just puts things in the timeout. This vacuums them out. This extracts it. This just eliminates them. This just, you know, vaporizes them. It eradicates all that stuff that your antivirus programming put in timeout. And remember, anywhere else in America, FixMeStick is sold one computer, 1 year, $59. Do you see that retail price? It's going to come up here in just a moment. This is better than any Today's Special I've aired with Joe. It is better than a half-off sale. So if you were only getting FixMeStick, which, by the way, we have a couple thousand available. This is the launch. When this lifetime offer is done, it is done, period. It is done, period. And then we're also including that StartMeStick that Joe was talking about. So, and no kidding, if you've got gateway computers, as I do with Gateway Joe. In fact, I have that red computer. It's a gateway, isn't it? I have that computer in my house right now. I can tell you where it is. Actually, it's one of the few things in my house I can tell you where it is. So we're including that. And then, of course, the adapter, if you do have some of those newer ports, choose it in the rose gold, the silver, or the gold. Joe, I'd also like you to talk about the support that the FixMeStick team does just for us. And once more, this does not replace your antivirus programming. However, it does something your antivirus programming cannot do. I am still correct in saying that, right?
100% correct, because your antivirus only scans those active files. And if you ever have any questions while you're doing it, you get one side for FixMeStick. The other side is for the StartMeStick. You see the support there. It's an amazing company with amazing support and a dedicated phone number just for HSN customers only. But the reason why we need to have a lifetime of support is that viruses are going to be here for a lifetime. And it used to be really easy to find viruses that are on our systems because it used to slow it down. Well, now when they're creating these viruses, they're using so little resources so you don't know when virus is there. So now you feel safer using it. That's why I always tell people, when you first get this at home, run your antivirus first. Then after that, run your FixMeStick and see what your antivirus has missed. Because your antivirus scans 10%, this scans 100% of the files to make sure it's clean. But then, the reason why I have a gateway in front of me here, this is the last gateway I ever offered on HSN. It's more than 10 years old. It doesn't work anymore because the operating system, the version of Windows on here, isn't supported by Microsoft. But you know what still works? The screen, the hard drive, the RAM, the processor, everything else still works fine. And what I'm doing now is I plug the StartMeStick into the side of this. The StartMeStick is like, it's like Chromebook on a stick. What you end up doing, this has its own operating system on it. I plugged that into the USB port. I turned it on. And now I have access to my email. I can surf online. I can play games. I can get on YouTube. This computer still works. The thing is, it's like the operating system, the software from Microsoft, it gets too old. It doesn't work anymore. So what do we do with these computers? Well, a lot of times they're just sitting in our garage, sitting in our basement. We don't know what to do with them. Now you plug in your FixMeStick, your computer comes back to life again. You can still get online with it. But here's the other trick. Because you have to plug in the StartMeStick every single time, you can't download a virus to it. It is safer to check your email. It is safer to do your online banking. It is safer to do your online shopping because viruses can't attack your system the way that they've designed this stick. So when you talked about this 1-2 punch, how important this is, the StartMeStick is good for all those computers that don't work anymore because the software is too old. So we're going to bring those old computers back to life so you don't have to go out and buy another computer. Now, FixMeStick is good for all the newer computers. It's even good for Windows 11. There's a lot of new software out there that's not good for Windows 11. It doesn't work for Windows 11. But the FixMeStick team, this version is certified to work for Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 8, all the way back 15 years ago. And this really is a must-have. And Shannon, it takes one virus to wipe out your entire hard drive.
It's true.
It takes one virus to steal your identity. It took one virus to shut down the power grid last year, and it knocked out the gas stations and all that stuff because of one virus. This is something you can do on your own. Do it once a week, and Shannon, you'll be amazed at what FixMeStick will really find.
Well, and that's why I always kind of issue, forget about our 30-day money-back challenge. Like Joe said, run your antivirus programming, and if you're not, you should be. And then plug this in, and I always recommend plug it in at night, because I can promise you this, there's more stuff lurking on your computer than you know about that you don't want there. In fact, one of the comparisons I always like to make is we run the FixMeStick on on-air sample computers. Now, what's interesting about that is the computers we run this on have never been used in real life, ever, 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 ever. They've only been used in on-air demonstrations. It still finds stuff on computers that have never been used in real life situations, that have only been used in on-air presentations. So if it's worth that personal challenge of me throwing down the gauntlet and saying, you know what, you need to try this just to see what's on your computer. And I'm not saying that to be alarmist, but the truth is, since viruses can hide, you might think you're doing everything that you can, just like thinking, I'm eating healthy, you know, I'm not gonna get sick. I mean, we can't make any guarantees in life. This is gonna find what everything else leaves behind, and it eradicates it, it removes it. And Joe, that's the big thing that I wanna stress here is when it gets down to it, there are viruses that lock you out of your financial information. There are those, like those hostage viruses where they're like, hey,
ransomware.
The ransomware. So there are things that can get into our computers no matter, even if you don't do any online shopping, if all you do is stream cat videos on Facebook all day, it does not matter. Every single time you turn on your computer, you are opening up potential new threats that cannot be eliminated or removed, I should say it that way, from simply using antivirus programming, correct?
100% correct. And every single day, there are 300,000 new viruses that are being designed. It takes about 5 minutes to make a virus, but it could really cause years of damage to your computer, especially your personal information. When I talked about how it only takes 4 seconds on average to steal your identity, this is now the new way that you have your identity stolen. It's not from you taking out the garbage and leaving your name out there on a piece of paper. It's with a virus that is designed to wake up. It's asleep until you start typing in your credit card number, social security number. You start typing that in, it captures it, and then it sends it off. It takes 4 seconds to do that. Your computer won't even realize it. Your antivirus won't realize it unless you run FixMeStick. And the reason why we say this with certainty that it can find it is because your antivirus, it only scans the active files, about 10%. This scans 100% of the files. So if you think about, Shannon, someone coming to your house, you're hiring somebody to clean your house, but they're cleaning 10%, they might just clean the kitchen, and the rest of the house is still a dump. Where with FixMeStick, they're cleaning every single room of the house, not once, not 2 times, but 3 times with that triple scanner in here to do that deep dive, to do that deep clean, and then it shows you that long list of all the viruses that you have removed from your computer to make it a safer experience. And if you're like my kids, if you have kids at all, my kids click on every website, every ad, everything that pops up. They download stuff. They're like, oh, I thought it was a Microsoft program, and they're downloading viruses. When you run this once a week, you will find stuff on your computer that could have caused harm, but now you've saved it. And Shannon, for me, the best thing is it's an investment for now.
It is.
You don't have to make a monthly fee. You don't have to make a yearly fee. You pay it one time, and you're good forever.
By the way, I was right. A person blinks every 4 seconds. I was right.
Oh my gosh.
So in the blink of an eye, they can get in your computer. A person blinks every 4 seconds. That's how long it takes for a virus to get in your computer. Boom, mic drop. Incidental random information. I know, be careful. It was. It's true. All right, Joseph, thank you. Protection Plus, always available. All right, I gotta get ready to make my salsa.
Did you say margaritas?
Also known as salsa in my world.
That's the same. I'm on board. No, I like me some salsa as well. Well.